The experiences for me that I've had here have been profound. Each day, each moment. I've always had an inner knowing of past life experiences, but I've never actually experienced and come out with clarity and come out with clearing and come out with healing. One that is really, just really significant for me, I feel, around my mother wounds, which has been one of the most impactful wounds in my life. Stifling my voice, closing my throat chakra, creating pain within that, you know, I'm not enough or worthy, or you need to shut off to external love, because external love can also turn and hurt you. So became ruthlessly independent in loving myself and really being guarded about what's around me. At the first sacred site that I really felt just this complete support of love was, I was called into a different direction than the others, and that was supported, and I really was grateful for that. And I transcended into this space and this time and this feeling and this knowing of, I was just being, I was being infused with love from members of the group, love from just unconditional love from others in my life. I just felt it pouring in me. And I came to eventually, maybe 45 minutes or an hour later, and I just felt so revitalized and so energized and just so open, like my heart was opening. There was another sacred site a few days later, and I was like, yeah, no, you've got to go in the water here. So I did. I just took a deep breath after standing at the water's edge for a few moments, and after being immersed, I violently relived a past life experience of drowning with my children in the car. And that guilt and that remorse and that pain that I've always carried within me just came to, and it came through, and it was so incredibly powerful for me to relive that. And I couldn't breathe, like in that moment in the creek, like I was choking, I was drowning, and I was finally able to breathe and to cry and sob and cry. And what came into me was was a big surprise. It was my mother, your mom. And is my mom there? Is your mom there? It's like, no, your mom wasn't there with you. However, the blocks that I have embodied within myself, of not truly being able to unconditionally love myself, they have also been the blocks that I have held with my mom, and that has created a separation in our relationship for decades. What I felt in that moment was, when you are truly able to love your mother with compassion and with grace and just with the embodiment of unconditional love, then you will truly be able to love yourself and heal these wounds. Giving myself compassion for past life experiences that are trickling through me in this being, in this time, in this dimensional space, allowed me to give my mother the love and the compassion that I haven't been able to in this lifetime. I know, just deep in my heart, that's going to deeply impact my movement forward in life and my paths forward. Yeah, it was really significant and incredibly beautiful. Prior to this retreat, I've opened my heart to begin writing again and begin sharing my gifts in poetry, something that I have blocked off as I've blocked off my connection to my inner self for decades. And something has happened here where the cap has just been removed, and that creative expression and that flow, that lack of fear, that lack of self-judgment, that lack of that fear of pain and experiencing the true essence of what's within has been lifted, because I'm able to embody it with the unconditional love that truly is. I'll share one more thing that I feel like was very impactful and interwoven and connected into this experience. We were invited into an opportunity to join each other with sound. And what ended up happening last night, we were at a fire and we were able to have another opportunity to release and then to join again in shared sound. And The experience was incredibly profound for me. I could feel my throat chakra tight, closing off, and as I allowed myself in this safe space of connection, of nature, of love, to truly express and just move through and breathe deeper down and allow that energy just to move through, sounds came out of me that I've never expressed. Didn't even know they could be shown. And in that moment, I remember a painful experience with my mother when I was a child, telling me basically, you know, your voice and your what you emanate throughout your mouth isn't beautiful. Don't share it. And I've lived that truth. And last night I met that. I met that head on, and I felt it within me in such a deep knowing and such a deep experience that just the sobs came, the releases came, and I was able to truly tap into that space of oneness, wholeness, unconditional love, and self-expression. And I know without a doubt that moving forward into going back into my life, all of these gifts, all of these layers, all of these deeper connections, all of this understanding, it is going to assist me in moving fluid through the life where you feel like you're a deeply connected soul. You are a deeply connected soul. You are in tune. You are one. And it can be difficult sometimes to connect with others. And now I feel surrounded with a new layer of compassion, understanding, and unconditional love that I feel will help me walk peacefully through the journey that I'm meant to share. Before coming on this retreat, I had never had a past deep life experience that was within me. It just had never happened. I had maybe some inclination or some knowing of. However, being on this retreat, I had no idea what was going to be displayed to me. Nearly every single day that I was here, I experienced a powerful, painful past lives and those details of those experiences that I was able to relive, embody, heal from, and come out re-energized with clarity and a new understanding of compassion and love. And then interweaving them into my current being. It's created freedom.